Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Bakersfield, California for what a mouth-watering contest today, Chad. This is two undefeated teams, the oldest rivalry in California Rugby League, the Los Angeles Mongrel versus San Francisco Savage. Great to have you here, Chad.
Great to be here as well, Tom. It doesn't get any bigger or better than these type of rivalries right here in American Rugby League.
So on the right of our screen here, we have the San Francisco Savage in the red and yellow, and on the left, in the blue and white, the Los Angeles Mongrel. Sumo with the kickoff for the San Francisco Savage. Referee John Ashton is officiating today's game. Kick goes deep there, fielded and goes back there, picked up by Donnie Duncan, and no, he's going to have to call that a knock on. Not a good start there for the Mongrel. Good kick by Sumo. Put themselves under early pressure here, Chad.
A little bit of a brain freeze there. You don't want to start this game, especially in a rivalry like this, so quickly to make an error. I think Donnie's going to be kicking himself after that one.
With the tap here, Viliami steps up here, taken in a pretty strong tackle there by three Mongrels players. Good contact there by Jason, looking to make up for the little sleight of hands there.
I'm looking for the Savage right now to take advantage of this error and try to capitalize this with 6 points.
Good defense there by the Mongrel. We can see the San Francisco side with plenty of players out to the right if they can get it there. Attacking back through the middle, and again, powerful defense by the Los Angeles side on their own try line. The overlap remains as referee Ashton blows him back to the spot.
A little eager there. I love that eagerness at this point. Everyone's going to try to get an advantage in these games. This quick play the ball is going to be a big part of this game, I believe.
Very vocal out there from both teams as San Francisco come to the right through Sumo. With stabs it through on the first, picked up by Viliami Sokai, and he scores the early try there. 4-0 to the San Francisco Savage. Try to Viliami Sokai, kick from Sumo.
You're not going to see a better precision try than that right there. That could have been possibly the fourth tackle, and instead of going the full 6, he kicked the ball. Nice little chase, beautiful try. Extreme
confidence showing himself to stab that through, knowing his man's going to rush through and put it down. Great work to the San Francisco Savage. Although the scores are 4-0, it's very early in the game, the momentum is coming off the back of that early error, Chad.
Absolutely. The Mongrels need to stop this bleeding early on. If this is that first try, we're going to see how they're going to respond with this next ball.
Yeah, they're going to be looking to kick it deep and keep that San Francisco side in their own half and make them work out of there.
You can see Coach 80 over there in the try area giving instructions. They're not going to panic at this time. They're going to think logically what they need to do. He runs them through these practices. He knows what to do. It's just about getting back on the bike and riding through this.
Well said, as Sumo lines up here, about 20 meters out, just right of the upright. Strong right foot kicker on his non-preferred side, but he should be looking to ice this one. Kicks it, hits the post, and it's no good. Waved away by referee Ashton here. Scores remain 4-0 at Bakersfield, California at Emerald Cove Park.
Today is August the 28th, 2021, and we are in hot Bakersfield, California. It is 103 degrees today. And this is going to be the third game of rugby league between these two clubs, the LA Mongrels versus the San Francisco Savage. Like we said before, it just doesn't get any better than these two teams.
This is the biggest contest we have in the competition to date. I mean, things can happen after this point, and this will be a really big deciding factor on the shape of the competition after this point. But massive game here today, Chad.
You know, a lot of people that don't live in California don't understand this NorCal-SoCal rivalry.
It's a massive rivalry, Chad. As the Los Angeles side kick it down, it's fielded quite comfortably by the San Francisco side. Big Scotty Mitchell's bumped off there as the Savage are taken on their own 30-meter line. Messi play the ball, comes to the left. Big David Vetti taking in a strong tackle by Omar, and over the top is Emiliano.
The Mongrels are forming their defensive line right now, getting ready for this next play the ball.
Comes to the right through Sumo, finds Viliami Sokai, the try-scoring combination, grubbers through. He's going to be looking to regather onto the toe. Howard Diedrich's there to clean up. Ball's fumbled backwards. It looks like it's gone into touch. Judge Chris raises his flag.
A little bit of a savior there with Howard. That was an incredible stop. Basically saved him. Had he not got that ball, that could have been a try.
Absolutely. San Francisco ball here with a quick play there. Oh, pretty big contact there by Scotty. He's caught him high and then wrestled him to the ground. Referee Ashton's called a penalty there. Ooh, we got a man down there, Scotty Mitchell. Very big contact there.
It looked like a little bit of the hands were pretty high on that tackle. Hopefully Scotty's a tough nut. He'll get up from this.
Yeah, grasping at the shoulder there, but I'm sure we'll see him bounce back and continue on, Chad.
Anybody from England's tough like that.
It's nice to see a little bit of slowage in play, you know, a slowdown in play, I should say, Chad. You know, early on in the contest, as you said earlier, 103 degrees. For those of you in the southern hemisphere that use Celsius, we're looking around the 40s. So quite a hot day here today.
Thank you for converting that for me. I appreciate that. We got Chris Howland back over on the sideline right now from Halifax, Massachusetts. He's working the line.
College teacher down in Carson, California, is doing a fantastic job in his debut game for the California Rugby League.
Absolutely. San
Francisco with the ball here. It's going to be called back by referee Ashton. No play on it. I stand corrected, and he's wrestled to the ground by 4 of them there. They find themselves down in territory again here, Chad. Very easily off the back of a few errors as they come to the left through Viliami Vailala, taken to the ground about 5 meters out from the try line.
We're 6 minutes into this game so far, Tom, and it's, Savage really have got their number so far. They're really pushing on it.
Sumo and Viliami link up again. Looks like a big center for the San Francisco side goes over for the second try.
That's 8-0 right now for San Francisco Savage.
Daniel Vete with the try. Fantastic work. Son of the manager, Posse.
We're less than 7 minutes into this game, and it's
8-0, Chad. 8-0. Great turnout here this afternoon. Neutral territory, Bakersfield, California. Obviously, you've got a team from Northern California, San Francisco, Southern California, LA. So it's great that we can get out and see the state, Chad.
But is it neutral? Because I actually looked it up. LA is 1 hour and 51 minutes away, and San Francisco is 4 hours and 5 minutes away. I'd have to say there's probably a little bit more of a Mongrels advantage at this point, and they're down already 8-0 in less than 7 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's
nothing
fair.
Changes. This could be a possible blowout.
Well, we've said that before in California Rugby League games as well when Savage have gone up. Savage against the Dead Pelicans in Sacramento. They went to a quick 2-try lead to be reeled back in by the Dead Pelicans. I wouldn't write this Los Angeles side off either. You can see Coach Cooney under the uprights there, giving his team the clear instructions on what they need to do to execute the game plan.
I have some of the boys that close the name. They discard here. There's 3 of them.
Okay. Right now I've got Sumi Tuipulotu.
Sumo with the kick.
Nice, yes.
No, and it was
Waved it away. Just gone short there, unfortunately. You can hear the Savage side claiming a conversion there, but unfortunately Chris was on the spot to deny that. 8-0 down here in Bakersfield, California. Very strong start from the San Francisco outfit, Chad.
We are blessed with Aquila right now here. He's been involved with California Rugby League.
Emiliano Nash with the kickoff. Goes deep to the left. Fielded comfortably there by Sonny. Runs into Carlos. Taking in a strong tackle there. Big Joe on the scene as well. Ooh, strong contact there on the right edge for the San Francisco side. LA are not backing down on any of these collisions. Slow play the ball here, Chad, as we come out to the left-hand side. Sumo to Viliami, looking for space out wide if they can find it. Spins out of one tackle there and then taken to the ground quite comfortably by Emiliano Nash.
And Alfie.
Quick play to the left here. They got numbers if they want to use it. Viliami Solkai steps to the inside and taken down on the halfway line here.
I'm seeing Susu and Omar on these last 2 tackles here. Defensive combo.
Susu's been working very hard through the middle as David Vetti's caught in an uncomfortable position. Viliami Solala busts through the middle here and then taken down. We're looking about 30 meters out from the try line. Referee Ashton raises his hand to signify the 5th tackle. San Francisco going to be looking to kick here. Players run through. Comes to the left. I don't think they've seen the last tackle. They're continuing to play on. It's going to be a turnover here, unfortunately. Not the greatest outcome, but with the score lines at 8-0, it's not the end of the world.
Great defense by the Mongrels. I'm seeing Susu everywhere out there.
Susu's been sensational in
And
defense.
Omar.
LA just taking a moment here to catch their breath. It's been a very frantic start to this game, Chad. Both teams have really brought it.
I'd like to give a shout out to the captains today. For San Francisco, it's Nuaveri. Vice captains is Vili Suakai. And for the LA Mongrels, it's Omar Ali's the captain with Emiliano Nash as vice captain.
Jason Jackson through the middle here. He's taken to the ground by 4 Savage players in a pretty confident tackle there.
If you look up the term angry runner in Webster's dictionary, it's going to be a picture of Jason.
Jason Jackson always brings the A game, and Miles Chris here with the ball taken to the ground just short of halfway. You can see LA starting to find their groove in the game here. They're going to be hard to stop if they find it. As Moosh pushes forward here.
Moosh, the pride of New South Wales with the ball. It's about an 8-meter run.
Moosh is coming to this game carrying a bit of a chest injury, but he's assured me before the game that he's going to be good to go as Howard Diedrich picks it up and steps through 1, steps through 2.
6 again! Good!
What's the decision here as we can hear screams coming from the sideline? He's going to call that a knock-on from the San Francisco side.
We got John Ashton out there behind the whistle from Swinton, UK. Ex-Super League referee.
Omar Ali with the ball here to the right. Afi switches inside
Afi
to
with a beautiful
Emiliano
pass.
Nash. Bounces off from 2.
Emiliano.
Taken to the ground here. He's about 30 meters out from the try line. Omar with the ball, the playmaker. Dominant tackle there by the San Francisco side, putting Afi way on his back. To the right here. Susu taken in a pretty strong tackle. They're looking to get an arm free, not to be.
You can hear the smack sounds of the bodies of the Savage hitting the Mongrels. It's amazing.
Omar comes to the right here through Emiliano Nash. Looking for Donnie Duncan if he can find him. Steps in. Offloads it to Jason Jackson, who drops it. Picked up by Sean Pelasuma, who comes right to Daniel Venti. Finds a little bit of space here, turning defense into offense very quickly here. Look at the pack of Mongrel players chasing him down.
Absolutely
Donnie
amazing.
Duncan's in there, and Austin's going to wrestle him to ground there. He's about 35 meters out from the try line.
This is a game of meters, and not only did the Mongrels lose it about 10 meters from the try line, they gave up about 80
What
meters
is
in
going on
defense.
here? He's laying on top of the ball there. Referee's not going to call anything. Good strategic work there by the Mongrel side. Slowing the play down. Clever play. To the left here, they got numbers. Taking in a pretty good tackle there. About 20 meters out from the try line. Mongrel's defense has been pretty strong on their own try line as they come to the left here. Up against Donnie Duncan. Bounces him off. Keeps it alive. Taking to the ground about 10 meters out there, Chad. A lot of tired bodies out there, and rightly so. It's 103 degrees as he flicks it out the back.
Excellent
Viliami
pass.
Sokai with the dummy.
Jason with the tackle.
Finds a Mongrel player. Passes it off to Emiliano. Off to Donnie Duncan.
If Donnie gets past
Flirting
this,
with the sideline, and he's taking it a touch.
Taking in a touch.
There's a little bit of a
I see a
scuffle
little
going
kick
on in
there.
the backfield here. Miles Chris with he's kind of come in there a little bit awkwardly. Hey! Get off, boys. Get off the field.
Bring it in!
I don't know what's happened after that. You need to control your guys and run in.
Good.
You need to control your guys and run in. You don't need any of that shit afterwards,
sorry
okay?
about that.
Let's play the game safely, yeah?
I was trying to break
You
stuff
don't
up.
need these flying punches, alright? Keep them under control, okay? Yeah.
Thank you, Coop.
What'd you see?
Nothing. I was following the play. Next minute, there's a load of guys on top of each other.
Guys come in, shouldered, that's what kicked it off. There was a little scuffle going on. Someone's come in. This team, guys come in.
So I'm following the play and I've turned around, there's 4 of them on the floor.
So Omar was on the floor getting twatted by the guy who turned it over. He turned it.
Was it number 20?
Yeah. And then
Did you stop the
the
clock?
one that went fucking psycho.
Everyone's good?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, let's just play footy, you know? Yeah, it's good. I'm telling this. Let's talk. We just gotta play footy, boys, okay? That's it. It's all good. We move on from here. We're good. Passy, we're good. We're good. Move on. We move on. We move on.
I just stopped it at 16 minutes.
16 minutes gone.
16 minutes to this point.
So
A
16,
few seconds ago.
16 minutes gone? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it in about 24, so. Yeah.
You got what at
Stopped it
24?
there.
I started the game
You've got 16 minutes in?
from the game.
So, yeah, so I've got 24 minutes left in the half.
Okay, good. I see what you mean, though. Yeah. Hey, when people tell you about American Rugby League,
It's this stuff.
well, I mean, is it fucking passionate or what, dude?
Just a lot.
You need to run them over. Only tell them to shut them down.
So good, isn't it?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What an interesting altercation, but you wouldn't have a local rivalry, NorCal versus SoCal, without one of those, would you, Chad? It's-
Absolutely. We talk about passion in this game. We talk about passion in rugby league. I'm jaded, folks. This is the greatest game in the world to me, and the fighting, the little bit of what's going on. You know, at the end of the day, it's part of the game. But one
Yeah.
thing I know about rugby league, Tom, is that at the end of this game, we're all gonna just be together. We're gonna have fun, and it's gonna be over, right?
Yeah, exactly. It looks like everyone's moved on from this. It's just a little bit of early tension. It's hot. You know, these things happen. We're all going to move on.
We're all
The
gonna
game
move on.
The game of football is going to continue.
But what's the dichotomy right now in this game after what just happened? What can give me a synopsis of what you think both teams are going to be going through?
Well, there's obviously a lot of tension there, and it's not just going to disappear, Chad. It's not just going to. It's not just going to disappear, Chad. The tension's going to remain. Obviously, they've got it off their chest now. A little bit of relief.
It's
Anything
control
can
rage.
I would
How
call
do you
that-
control the rage?
I saw some things that were a little bit cheap, I would call it, from both teams. There's Jason Jackson here with a powering run, showing he means business here. The altercation's done, but he's back to business. It's great to see on the 40-meter line here.
He's the heart of this team, and I'm going to tell you, man, they're going to lead, and they're going to lead, and they're going to follow him.
As the Mongrel come out wide here, looking for some space, finds Austin, steps back in. Great run here by the Mongrel. Unfortunately, not the best offload. He's going to call that a forward pass. Yeah, you can still see, Chad, there's a little bit of feeling still in this game after that tackle. The San Francisco player goes on with it a little bit. Manatau with the ball here.
Just to let everybody know, after that, Fracas, it is still 8-0. San Francisco Savage to the LA Mongrel.
Viliami Sokai steps on the inside after some clever offloads by the San Francisco side. Great defense there by the Mongrel.
Susu's been everywhere, man.
Swung to the ground by Susu. And he's hurt him there, Chad. As we come to the left here, good footwork. Oh, strong
great
contact by Jason Jackson. Folds him with Emiliano Nash. Savage are about 20 meters out from the try line as Manatu plays to the short side. Ball comes loose. Donnie Duncan fumbles it back. He's going to call it a knock onto the Savage. That's going to be an LA Mongrel ball. It's back to football, Chad. You know, that little altercation, it was the kettle boiling, and they've taken it off the heat, and now we're into the football. It's excellent to see that softening up period, as they used to refer to it.
It's like the barber says, next.
Next.
What's next?
We have a San Francisco player laying on his back here in the middle of the field.
Speaking of laying on his back or on his stomach or wherever it may be, love to give a shout out to Dr. Hajun Kim, who's manning the mic today. In terms of the video, we're doing the mic obviously, but it's always good to have him doing the video. And I have to say, he does a phenomenal job.
Yeah, he's a sensational member of this production team. It's excellent work. It's great to have Hojun here.
And he said it's okay for me to say this, but I would say the most handsome man in the world.
I'll leave that with you, Chad.
Beside me.
Omar Ali has the ball here for the Los Angeles side on their own 10-meter line. They're going to be looking for some field position. They've kind of been back down in their own half here, Chad, for the opening. How far into this game are we, Chad?
Yes, absolutely. And just to let you know, the temperature has dropped a little bit. It has dropped from 102 to 101. It says here, unhealthy air quality for sensitive groups. Sensitive groups would not include rugby league players. Would you agree?
I would have to agree with you on that, Chad. As two Savage players come to the sideline, Emiliano Nash flings it wide. A little bit of a low percentage play.
Nice.
I think it was knocked on by the Savage, though. Yes, referee Ashton has called that. It looks like it's going to be a Los Angeles ball.
I couldn't see who that was. Somebody tipped up and just popped that ball a little bit to the left.
A little bit of a low percentage play there from Emiliano Nash, perhaps out of character. But that's what the Heat will do to you. These are two teams of warriors who are going at it. Guess, not special. San Francisco, strong defense here. Wrestles him back. Omar Ali steps into dummy half.
For the second tackle here, Omar Ali, captain, is going to lead these guys out. If they're going to get past the finish line and stay 4-0, it's going to be on the back of Omar Ali.
I have to agree. Inspirational leader and playmaker, as Carlos here is taking a pretty strong contact after a good offload by Moosh. Again, they're still backed up in their own half here, Chad. They're going to be looking for a little bit of relief in the field territory department.
Susu with the dummy half. Quick left to Miles, Chris.
Ooh, folding pretty strong contact there, Chad. You can hear that one from the sideline. And the Savage player is definitely feeling that one. Susu steps up into dummy half. Has a little dart there. Off to Alfie. He's finding some space for the middle. Ball comes loose. Referee Ashton is signaling that the ball was knocked on there by the Los Angeles side. It'll be a San Francisco ball here. 8-0 in Bakersfield, California.
You know, a lot of unforced errors here by the Mongrels. If we could just cut those in half, possibly we might be in a better shape by them. We got 21 Ben Alatini over here on the wing.
Great rat's tail as the San Francisco side are taking about 20 meters out from their try line. Los Angeles making their way back to their 10-meter line to defend the ball here. Slow play the ball. Monatau plays out a dummy half. Pretty clever play there through the middle and taking a strong tackle by the Mongrel side.
We have number 5, Afu Tomasi, who just came in for the Savage.
San Francisco with the ball here about 20 meters out. Los Angeles on their own try line. Sumo with the ball, plays to Vito, who's come on. Good footwork, as always. Step through 2 and taken in a strong tackle by Jason Jackson, who's had a great work rate.
Vito with incredible footwork.
Referee Ashton's going to signal a penalty there. He's carried on with it a little bit too long as Vito goes over, but that's going to be denied.
That's okay. Vito has the right mentality there, trying to quick tap, get this ball going.
He's been one of the most impressive playmakers in this competition so far from what I've seen.
Absolutely.
Strong tournament back in March. Was a bit of a shining light for the San Francisco side as they come to the right here. Short ball.
We have Eloana, number 24, coming off for the Savage.
That's a big body coming on for the Savage side. Slow play the ball here as the Mongrel are on their try line and hungry to defend this. Monatau out of dummy half, and looks like he's gone over there, Chad, and referee Ashton signaling a try. 12-0 down here in Bakersfield, California, Emerald Cove Park. San Francisco in the red, taking a pretty strong lead early on, Chad.
You know, you got to think about the mentality of the Mongrels right now. They're 3-0 in this tournament. You understand how much it means to them. They played 2 games against San Diego. San Diego, a newer team. Dr. Ben Coverly leading that team. Shout out to the Barracudas. Fairly easy games. And then they play Sacramento Immortals. That was a very difficult game. Went to the very end. These last 2 games against possibly newer teams, has that affected their mentality coming to this? Did they know that they're going to come up against this buzzsaw called the SF Savage?
I think the Los Angeles side came in with no illusions it was going to be a tough contest, but they're ready for it. Coach Cooney's done a fantastic job getting them ready for this. It's still very early on in the contest, Chad. We've seen things happen. You know, we can't be riding off a team so early on into the contest.
We got Lee Foster coming off right now.
Strong runs for the big man up the middle there. Sumo's going to be looking to put his first conversion over for the afternoon and bring the scores to 14-0. Currently sitting at 12-0. Just take a moment, Chad, after Sumo kicks this. He's kicked it well. Referee Ashton's waved it away, so that's going to be 12-0 still down here in Bakersfield, California.
We'd like to give a shout out to our sponsors. Without our sponsors, we just really appreciate all you do for us. Anybody who's interested in sponsoring one of the fastest paced, best sports, quickly growing sports here in America, let us know. Sponsors, we have Mind Digital.
Mind Digital doing fantastic work with USA Rugby League, specifically California Rugby League. They've come on as the major sponsor for the finale game, the championship game at Boxer Stadium on September 25th. Tickets go online Monday. Mind Digital, cryptocurrency trading platform out of the Asia Pacific region, doing fantastic work down there in the cryptocurrency space. Shout out to Matt and the team. Thank you for your ongoing support.
Crypto is so important right now.
The Crypto Cook as well.
Also to the AF Bars. AF Bars sent some bars to the lads, to the Mongrels. Thank you guys. And also Young Guns.
Yeah, unfortunately I heard this week as Seth Cooney restarts the game. Here, Savage to the right-hand side. Finds a little bit of space early on. Shrugs off too.
He's going.
Jason Jackson down the sideline here. Plays back into the inside. Seth Cooney regathers. Great work there by Seth Cooney. He's taken 40 meters out from his own try line. What a pressure let off there. Great work by Seth Cooney in the Los Angeles side. Jason Jackson out of dummy half.
Taking this business into his own hands.
He's on his back there. Always vocal, big Jason
Always
Jackson.
talking.
Love to see it. Susu in dummy half.
Susu with the dummy half.
Afi.
Over to Afi.
Great contact there by
our New Zealand
both
player.
teams. I can really see a spring in the step with the Mongrel side. We're really hoping they can capitalize on this as Omar plays to Emiliano and then switch play.
Offload.
Omar looks for a little bit of space. Unfortunately doesn't find it. Does well to hold on to it. Howard steps up into dummy half there.
This is the Mongrel team we're used to. Quick play the balls, getting the balls out to the wings. Excellent pass.
Great offload there as Howard's taken just over halfway. 5th tackle here. Well, it was billed, Chad, as speed versus size. The size obviously being the San Francisco team and the speed being the Los Angeles. As we see Emiliano Nash, the speedster on the 5th tackle here. Not sure they heard that. It's going to be a changeover, Chad.
Guys, that was the last one.
Communication's key in this game, and that was not very communicated well, I don't think.
For those of you at home, you would have seen Omar, the playmaker, get caught on the 4th tackle. He's usually the one who's going to make those calls, so a bit unfortunate for them there, but they'll do great here in defense to respond, the Los Angeles side. As you can see, their forwards packed around the middle looking to get some solid contact. Savage to the left here. Great tackle there by Scotty Mitchell, brings him to the ground. 40 meters out from the try line here.
That was off of Tomasi.
Manatau out of dummy half. Ball comes loose. Knocked on off Donnie Duncan.
Go, Scotty!
Yeah,
that was a
referee Ashton's going to call that a knock on. So
that was a good call by John.
It was unlucky. If Donnie Duncan had picked that up, he would have gone the whole length of the field there, Chad.
I would tell you, John Ashton's, it is an incredible referee. As more games get played, he's spot on, man. He saw that.
That was excellent.
We have excellent referees in this league.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have 2 sensational referees. We're looking to build on that as well, Chad. So as the Savage have the ball here. Again, good contact. This game has had plenty of good tackles. We're taking here on...
that was Shaddy in there.
San Francisco with the play again. Emiliano Nash, he's hungry in defense. We're here on the midway line, halfway as some call it. To the right-hand side here. Playmaker's going to be looking to go high. No fullback home, but Howard Diedrich's a very quick player. Pretty good bounce there for the San Francisco side. Goes to kick it. Going to be interesting to see what the call is there. He's going to say played at by the San Francisco side, and it's going to be the Los Angeles team's ball.
Not a common play by a fullback in rugby league, far back, possibly union-ish.
Very low percentage play, kicking in your own half, but he's come up relatively lucky there.
Shout out to all of our rugby union fans as well. Both codes can row together. And
a little bit of a forward pass there, unfortunately, by Howard. Huffy would have been through, but that's the way it goes, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
San Francisco ball here, about 30 meters out from the try line as Manatau comes to Viliami Solkai. A bit of space out wide if they can use it.
We have Seth Cooney near us, the Love Trophy of Eddie Cooney.
Taken down here on the, I believe it's the second tackle. San Francisco playing to the left.
That's a big boy.
Again, great work by the Los Angeles side there. They never give up in defense. It's been a real signature of their play this year. Slow play the ball here. Good work by Jason. Tactical slowing it down at the play. Sumo, the playmaker, finds Vita, who's got numbers out wide. If he can find them, Viliami Solkai in space. Gives it. He's going to go over here, is he, Chad? And he goes over. Has he got the ball down? Has he got the ball down? He's lost it, Chad. Referee Ashton is saying that San Francisco have lost the ball. Great defense by the Mongrel side.
Excellent defense.
Great defense. They always show up with that pack mentality. They must be applauded here. You see Howard Diedrich with the ball here.
I got to tell you, I think Susu today has been the eraser. He's just erased everybody's mistakes. He's just been all over the place.
Miles Chris here back on the field. Taking a pretty strong tackle there by Victor Falomahina. Los Angeles with the ball 20 meters out from their own half. Jason Jackson, great work rate today. Spins out of two tackles there. David Abbo with the ball. And he's pretty much smashed to the ground there. Face full of dirt, David Abbo. Donnie Duncan scoots in the dummy half here. Spots some space on the blind side. Referee Ashton's going to call the ball back here. Saying it was already held.
There's no ambiguity in John Ashton's voice. He knows exactly what it is. He just calls it, and that's exactly what it needs to be.
Extremely confident is referee Ashton. We're really blessed to have referee Ashton here with us today here in Bakersfield. The English native who's found his way to California.
That works.
Nice little shallow
Ball
kick for
kicked
touch
into
there.
We are at about the 40-meter line right now, 45-meter line.
And this is great to see the Mongrel come into San Francisco territories. There's a little bit of, caught them napping on the short side there.
Susu taking the work into his own hands.
See David Abbo steps into dummy half there. Ooh, big contact. That was a really crushing tackle. You could hear that from the sideline. A little bit of face work there after the little co-curricular activities, as you call it, Chad. Jason Jackson is always hungry for work and hits a wall of San Francisco players, dragged to the ground, wrestled, I should say, about 20 meters out from the try line here. Looking for first points here for the Los Angeles side.
Oh, great pass. Vigian to the New Zealander.
Taken over the top there by Manatau. Los Angeles play the left-hand side here. Miles Chris with the ball.
Miles has
looking
options.
for something.
Gets the ball out over Emiliano.
Dancing feet of Emiliano Nash are going to be hard to
Some of the
stop.
best feet in this league.
Comes
Shetty
to the
Shetty with a run.
Really cut down there. Fifth tackle is referee Ashton raises his hand. Ball with
We're knocking
Susu
on
here.
heaven's door right here for the Mongrel.
Gets the offload.
Gives the
Carlos
ball
picks it up. Still fifth tackle. That's going to be a try.
That's a try.
Bringing the scores here today to 12-4.
12-4.
We have a football game on our hands here. I imagine Seth Cooney's going to come on, try and add the extras.
Mongrels get off the mark. Isn't that a cricket term?
Off the mark, yeah. In cricket,
Look
when
at
you
that,
score
man.
the first points. Thankfully, we're here playing rugby league, though.
A Yankee using cricket terms. Well, what do you think about that?
How about that?
Let's talk about the Mongrels right now. Got to feel really good right now.
That was great work from them.
They needed that.
You can see teams when they get 3 tries down, sometimes they put their heads down. In California Rugby League, we don't see that. We don't see teams give up. They will continue to fight to the end. And Los Angeles is a perfect example of that, Chad. They've just, down by 3 tries, they were defending their try line for set after set. They get field position and they capitalize. They should not be written off, Chads.
Yeah, absolutely. They're not going to be written off with this gentleman like this right here. He's never going to give up on him.
Seth Cooney adds the extras. Pretty sensational with the boot this year, is young Seth Cooney.
AKA the love trophy of Eddie Cooney.
12-6 to the San Francisco side.
To call him the love trophy, right?
Last time I checked, we're in Kern County, and you're free to say and do whatever you like.
Not just the love trophy, but the #1 scorer in California Rugby League, right? If I'm not mistaken now?
I think you might be right, Chad.
That's right.
He's been excellent with the boot.
That's Coach Eddie Cooney walking across the field. I got to tell you, there is nothing more sexy than a Yorkshire accent right there.
I can think of a few things, Chad, that are more sexy than the Yorkshire accent. But whatever floats your boat, I'll stand by you on that.
This definitely is in Emmerdale right now. We're in Bakersfield, California, and it is 101 degrees. Playing the greatest game on the earth. Could it get any better than my best friend, Tom Stevenson?
Good to see you, Chad. If you're just joining the action, it's 12-6 here to the San Francisco Savage side, who are in the red, over the Los Angeles side in the blue. Bit of an awkward bounce there for the Mongrel, but Seth Cooney is great to pick it up. Big Elijah. Great contact there. Takes 3 of them to bring him to ground here. We're still in the first half. For those of you who are new to rugby league, a game of rugby league has a 40-minute half, and there's 2 of them, hence making it a half. Unfortunate knock on there. The ball was lost forward.
By Alfie on the second tackle. Speaking of being in the red, I think we might need to look at a sponsor for sunscreen, because your arms are in the red.
As long as my bank account's in the green, I'm happy. San Francisco with the play down the right edge here. Vitar Falamahina is always difficult to bring down. Looks to offload it, but holds onto it. He's got Moy in support, doesn't find him. San Francisco about 10 meters out from the try line as Manatau into first receiver, plays back in the inside. Looks like Daniel Vete. Taking in a pretty strong tackle there by 3 Mongrel.
Carlos in that tackle.
Mongrel are great on their own try line with defense, aren't they?
Yes, absolutely.
Sumo comes to the left here. We see the playmakers link up. Viliami Soka, he can't give him space.
He's right in the middle.
Wow, he's going to go through pretty much untouched there and put it under the sticks. Throws the ball into Alex's face at the end of that, just as a little, how do you like that?
16-4.
16-6 down here in Bakersfield, California, with a kick to come. Sumo is 0 from 3 with the boot, but he's going to be looking to add his first conversion.
16-6.
If he kicks this one, the score will go to 18-6.
Got it.
You can see for the San Francisco side, Coach Aquila Uwaselli rotating in some of the younger players. Great squad turnout here from them.
For all of our sports fans, American sports fans in rugby league, you get 6 tackles to score. A try is worth 4 points, and a conversion is worth 2. And a drop goal is worth 1 point. And you know you could do a drop goal in the NFL. It's still a possibility. Doug Flutie did that about 10, 15 years ago.
There you go.
Yeah.
Learn something every day, Chaz.
Yes.
These are the moments in the first half when you get to the back end and the tension, the fights happen. We see that in every California Rugby League game, and we settle into the rhythm, and now we start to find out where the football game's at. And we really have a football game on our hands here. We really do. Should not underestimate the fitness of the Los Angeles side. I know Coach Cooney has been on top of them all year about their fitness, and it really shows in their contest earlier this year. You just cannot write them off, even though the scores are against them at the moment. What a nail-biting contest here. It's been, builders, size versus speed as Sumo just pokes at it, and it looks like he's...
And that's good.
Not sure what the signal is there from referee Ashton.
I thought that was good. It was good.
Waved away by referee Ashton as we get the signal on field there. Scores remain at 16-6, 10-point ball game.
First half MVPs, I'd have to say Susu so far. He's been everywhere.
Susu, Jason Jackson for the Los Angeles
Yep.
side have been just so energetic. You love to see that in a football team. When I think about the San Francisco side, the connection between Sumo and Viliami Sokai has been pretty sensational. It's a good link connection there from the halves. I think a lot of teams in the competition can learn from that. So we see Vitar Falmahina make his way to the sideline here. Big boy.
One aspect of this game I don't think has been appreciated is Donnie Duncan, one of the winger. He just hasn't seemed to get the ball and have as much success as he has the last couple games.
Well, yeah, those Los Angeles fans at home would know how electric Donnie Duncan can be. If he gets a little bit of space, he is so damaging. Good take there by the Savage, and Viliami Soilala is back on the field. Always seems to break his first tackle. Very strong ball runner. Manatua's looking for space in there, dummy half as the Los Angeles side make their way back 10. Plays to the short side through Viliami Sokai, looking to bust through. Offloads. Finds some space there. It's going to be a foot race. Ball comes back to the Savage. He's going to have to hold it here as the Mongrel make their way back. Good tactical work to slow it down there. Savage are going to be looking for a quicker play of the ball as Manatau comes to Sumo. Finds a little bit of space out here through David Vete. Viliami Sokai plays wide again. Ball goes forward there. Referee Ashton's called it a knock on. Unfortunate there, but
It was a drop by Ben Alatini.
what a sensational half of rugby league down here in Bakersfield, California, Chad. Scores are 16-6.
We've had tries, we've had fights, we've had incredible passing. You just can't get any better than this. What an incredible game.
Sensational. And there's still so much football to play. It's going to be a war of attrition. Ladies and gentlemen, join us for the second half of California Rugby League down here in Bakersfield. Los Angeles Mongrel versus San Francisco Savage. We'll see you in the second half. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, back here at Bakersfield, California. I'm with Chad Cooper. How you doing, Chad?
Tom, I'm doing great. I'm doing even better being with you right now, watching the second half of this extremely entertaining game.
Big kickoff there by Seth Cooney and fielded quite well by the San Francisco side. Strong contact by Los Angeles there. Scotty Mitchell and Carlos over the top. Manatau plays to the short side. You're going to be looking to bring him into touch here.
Did he go into touch? The ball went into touch.
Referee Ashton here is going to come back and say, play the ball. Los
That's
Angeles
Austin
ball
out there,
here.
number 4, a.k.a. Wolverine, with the tackle.
Susu gets the ball here. Great attacking opportunity for the Los Angeles side as Carlos is wrapped up in a pretty engulfing tackle there and swung to the ground. He's going to call that one high as referee Ashton. Another great opportunity here for the Los Angeles side as Susu takes a quick tap. Gets a hand free. Jason Jackson's there. Swung to the ground and finished it off by Daniel Vete there. About 10 meters out from the try line. Los Angeles comes to the left-hand side through Big Joe.
Big
Ooh, that's a
Joe,
big
yeah.
contact, and he powers through and scores the try.
Absolute belter right there.
Bringing the scores to 16-10 down here in Bakersfield, California. Great work by Big Joe there. And that's what we're talking about, Chad. It's still anyone's ball game.
At this point, I agree. This try has really changed.
It's changed the momentum of the game. We come out here and it's a 16-10. If he's going to 16-10 because of the conversion from Seth Cooney. If he's going to put this over, it becomes a 4-point ball game.
Was there anything in that situation that was going to stop Joe from scoring that try?
Well, he met a very big shoulder of a San Francisco player there, and it didn't look like that could stop him. If that can't stop him, nothing can, Chad. Great
The
work.
love Scotty gave to Joe on that one.
Seth Cooney steps up here, strikes it well. Looks like that's going to go over.
And that man's got the golden boot. He just does not lose. He doesn't miss.
He's been kicking very well this afternoon. 16-12 down here in Bakersfield, California.
Alex offering us some water, and the most handsome man on the Mongrels right there.
Chad, the crowd's really heating up down here.
Tom, 16-12. We have a whole different ball game going on right now.
Massive change
And
of
you know who
momentum.
knows that? The Savage. I see him on the sideline right now.
You see a very fired up San Francisco side looking to respond to that. Yet to see San Francisco use Coach Aquila Ueseli. He'll be a good injection for them later in the game.
One difference between American football and rugby league is after you score on offense, you get the ball back.
That you do, Chad. And with that said, Sumo's going to kick it off for the San Francisco side. Goes very
short
high
ball.
there.
Has to travel at least 10 meters,
Scotty Mitchell has his pants taken down and looks to get an offload.
and he does have a nice bum. First tackle, Susu dummy half, over to Carlos.
Comes through the middle here, taken with a pretty strong tackle there by Viliami. We're here with the Savage side on halfway. Los Angeles with the ball. A little bit of ball goes to ground there, and it looks like it's picked up by San Francisco. It's going to be a San Francisco ball.
You cannot have a loss like that this early in the second half.
Push over, Scott!
Viliami Solkai here bounces the player off and gets the offload to Manatau. He's going to be hard to stop when he finds a little bit of
Oh,
space.
what a run.
He's a little pocket rocket, Manatau,
That's
as he's
about a
taken to the
20-meter
ground
run.
by 3 Mongrels players about 10 meters out from his own try line. Omar Ali in there at marker with a great tackle. Comes to the right here, Viliami Solkai gets the offload, and he's into a bit of space there. Again, that Mongrel defense is always working hard in their own territory, Chad.
We're about 10 meters out from the try line. San Francisco is knocking on heaven's door.
Referee John Ashton there has called a penalty. He's saying that the Los Angeles players have come too soon. The man in dummy half who's standing behind the play the ball needs to touch the ball before the defensive side can advance. And in that situation, they've gone too soon, Chad. Manatau with the ball
you
here.
guys can hear the sideline here and the coaches barking out orders. Little confusion right now.
Just double checking that they have 13 on the field. I think the confusion is that the coach is on the field with the kicking tee in a green shirt. He's going to be called back here from referee Ashton. Perhaps needs to get some different shorts on.
I'll tell you what, I'll give the Savage credit. Mongrel score, Savage have an answer. We're literally 10 meters from the try line with a chance to put this up.
Looks like they've resolved the situation there, and it was 13 on the field. As the San Francisco side take the ball, taking on the first tackle here. They have 5 tackles in a game of rugby league, similar to football, to put it over the line.
We're less than 6 minutes into this game, and the intensity has really picked up even more.
End to end as Sumo finds Viliami Solkai. He darts through 2 there. Ball comes
He
loose.
coughs up the ball in the try.
Referee Ashton called it a try. And you got the Los Angeles side not too happy about that one. Rightly so, the ball seemed to pop up there. That's going to be bringing the scores to 20-12 to the San Francisco side. Quick try to the Los Angeles team and then quick response from the San Francisco team, Chad. End-to-end stuff here.
That tells you a lot about the Savage. I mean, you know, they let that try, they allowed the try, and immediately they come back and score their own try.
There's no denying both teams are extremely hungry to win this. There's a lot of bragging rights and competition implications that come from this one.
Let's talk about that NorCal-SoCal rivalry. You live in the NorCal, I live in the SoCal. Do we not hate each other or what?
I can't say we do, Chad, but traditionally in sport, you will see
Yes.
49ers, Rams, Lakers, Warriors.
Obviously, you and I love each other, but you understand this rivalry between the two parts of the state.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that that's probably what we've built a lot of this great competition around is the consistent rivalries we get each week, whether it's a Battle of the Bays, Battle of Sacramento, NorCal versus SoCal, the Battle of SoCal where you've got San Diego versus LA. There's mouthwatering contests every weekend in this competition. Let's come back to the action here, Chad.
Again, we're looking at 2 undefeated teams right now.
Absolutely, Chad.
One of these teams is going to go away with a breadstick. Someone's going to get a 1. They're going to lose.
That's correct, Chad.
Get your ass over there.
You can see both teams are getting very animated on the sidelines here. So let's come back to the action, Chad. Sumo here lines up. He hasn't had too much success with the boot. unfortunately for the young man, but he's going to be looking to guide this one over. Hits it well, but it goes wide there. 20-12 down here in Bakersfield, California. If you're just joining us, the team on the left hand of the screen is the San Francisco Savage, and on the right is the Los Angeles Mongrel.
Yeah, Sumo Tuipulotu with the miss right there. Has struggled a little bit with the boot today.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best day with the boot. I'm sure that's something that Coach Aquila will be working with him during the week.
Maybe Coach Aquila has a love child somewhere like a Seth Cooney that might be able to come out of the woodwork and kick for him.
If I was going to guess on who his love child is, I would say it's Viliami, aka Vanilla Soilala.
That was beautiful.
Los Angeles with the restart here.
Folks, it's 20-12 right now. San Francisco Savage.
Seth Cooney gets some good height on that. It's going to be challenging to take with the sun.
A little bit of a weird ball.
Convenient bounce for the San Francisco side.
It's first tackle.
Taken to the ground, they're about 30 meters out from their own try line as Manatau plays inside to Vanilla. Pretty dominant ball runner, Vanilla. He seems to get a big head of steam up and puts the best foot forward.
That's great. The Savage have a Vanilla and we have a Canelo.
That you do. Very slow to get to his feet here is big Viliami Soilala.
And Canelo means cinnamon.
In Mexican, Spanish, sorry. Yes,
Espanol.
yes,
Yes, sir.
Of course. Oh, the cramps have come on here. We're very early into the half. It's early to see the cramps, Chad. Pickle juice will be coming out. Quick play of the ball there after the delay as Viliami comes to the right here. Daniel Vetti to his brother David. Offloads, gets the arm free.
The windmill ball swing.
Ball comes back there, knocked on by one of the players there. He's calling it knock on by the LA team there, Chad. So it's going to be 6 again to the San Francisco side. Comes to the right here through Sumo, finds Viliami. They're chancing their arm very early, looking for some space. Good rushing defense by Donnie Duncan. Ball comes loose. He's going to call a knock on there. Los Angeles ball. They're in great field position, Chad.
You know, you would think with this heat at like still 100 degrees that the teams would have slowed down, but there is zero slowdown in this game. It's almost like the pace has picked up even more.
And that's the beauty of these extended benches. It just keeps for an exhilarating game of football.
We only have an 8-point difference in this game. We're 11 minutes into it. This could be anybody's game right now.
It's going to be a nail-biting finish, that's for sure, Chad. As Miles Chris makes his way to the edge and finds Donnie Duncan, unfortunately doesn't grab the ball. He
wasn't prepared for that.
He would have been over if he caught that. We've seen Donnie be so devastating in this competition, Chad.
Exactly. If that would have been the Donnie the last 3 games, that would have been caught, and that would have been a try scored.
Manatau here for San Francisco.
We have Alex on the sideline right now trying to give me some advice on how to do the play calling. He also asked me advice about ladies, but I'm going to refrain from that right now.
Los Angeles defense here is rushing up very quickly. Great work by them. Oh, great contact there. You could hear that one from the sideline. Bone rattler. Affy there, the New Zealander.
Bone rattler.
Sumo through the middle. Oh. Gets the ball to Manatau. Palms off one. Skips
Plenty
through.
Of open space.
He's got an open hand. Flicks it to Viliami, and he's knocked that on, unfortunately. Really chancing their arm here for a side who's only up by 8.
I got to tell you, man, that was an incredible pass. Had that connected, Savage right now are playing some sexy football.
Yeah, they're really letting the ball do the talking, playing out wide early on the set. It's a sort of similar tactic to what we saw from the Dead Pelicans in their contest. Affy here with a strong run. He's been good for them.
Let's go! It's that city!
See Alfie come on here in the 24 jersey for the Los Angeles side as his Fijian brother Joe makes a big run in the 25 jersey up the middle there.
Joe has some of the sweetest hands in this California Rugby League.
As he does, as Jason Jackson busts through the middle here. He's going to be hard to stop here.
He's going, and he is gone.
Jason Jackson with a sensational try there. He's
Jason
been a real
Jackson
workhorse for them, Chad, hasn't he?
Folks, I'm going to tell you right now, this could be the thing that changes this game.
And that's going to bring the scores to 20-16 with a kick to come.
We have a 4-point game right now. It's really picked up.
You would have to think with Seth Cooney's kicking record, he's just going to thread the needle here and make it a 2-point ball game. Wow. You can't make up these games, Chad. You can't.
You know, if you needed a liver or a heart transplant, somebody had to deliver it to you, it has to be Seth Cooney. He's spot on.
He's the Iceman, isn't he?
For him to get these points.
He very much has been the Iceman with the boot. If we recall back to round 1 of the California Rugby League, as he adds the extras, we will recall that he was the 2-point difference between the Los Angeles and the Sacramento game. The Iceman, Seth Cooney. Great turnout here down in Bakersfield, California.
2018.
That's Elijah over there. Elijah, he's waving me off, but he's got one of the best rugby brains that I know. He doesn't like the accolades, but he's our Denver player that comes from Denver. Flies to every single game. I'd love to give a shout out to him.
Very
one of the
close.
nicest guys you ever meet.
Very close game of rugby league here today.
It's not fair.
What do you?
0-0.
They're all ref, you know. They're all ref.
He's the ref.
I know, but they all. That's no right. We all standing over here. We don't ref.
Yeah.
You know, it's not fair. Huh?
It's okay. Leave it. Leave it.
Just forget it.
Just Puzzy.
Let me give you an example of what's going on.
Just
here,
leave it,
folks.
both of
We
you,
have
leave
a
it.
couple people on the Savage.
As we come back here,
sideline,
just leave it.
having a couple words with our coach, Eddie Cooney.
yeah.
We don't yell and call ref. You know?
Oh, quick offload over to Austin, number 4.
The best team will win.
Austin's one of our rugby union players.
As we come back here,
Second chalk over to Joe.
Big Joe looking for some space. The ball
Joe
comes
pops up
free
the ball a little
there.
bit. Knock on.
Balls come
He's
loose
going to want
there.
that back, I'll tell you that, folks.
Oh, it looks like he's in a bit of pain, Big Joe. Monitor with the quick tap here. Quick little 10-meter gain there. You see the San Francisco side lining out to the left here, looking for a response as Vitor Falamahina plays long there. Dances out from 2. Viliami Solkai pierces through.
He can see the space.
He's going to call that. He's about 5 meters out from the try line.
Reese in there in the tackle.
Comes to the right-hand side here.
Wales.
Plays back to the middle. Monotau picks that up.
Oh, he can see space. Are they going to get that in there? Bumps him off.
Bumps off 2 there. Really low center of gravity. And it looks like Monotau's gone over the try line.
Not
Referee
yet.
Ashton
Nope.
saying
Still
that he's
close.
short, Chad. Dives over there.
And that is the cherry on the top of the cake.
We are going end to end here today, Chad. There's just no let off.
Did we just hear some bitching about what's going on?
Yes, for those of you at home, we're on the sidelines here, so there's a lot of feeling in this game from both teams. It means a lot to both of them.
Yeah.
So
But is there bitching after that try or no?
no, I
Studio
think
silent.
that it's play on. Referee Ashton is doing a sensational job. We stand by our officials.
Yeah.
They do the best that they can with what they have, and I think that he's doing a sensational job.
Yeah, this isn't Tiddlywinks or Cornhole. This is Rugby League.
It's rugby league. So with that try there, the 4 points makes it 24-18.
We're 17 minutes into the game.
Leave it. Leave it. Pussy. Leave it. Leave it, Pussy. Hey. Hey, David. Leave it. We come back down here to the action as there's plenty happening on the sideline. It's like an episode of Jerry Springer, Chad.
Coach, you want my jersey, coach?
See Sumo here looking to add his first kick for the afternoon if he can put this one over.
Are you guys getting close up on this?
You see the coach and leader here, Aquila Uaselli, as Sumo adds his first kick of the afternoon, making it 26-18.
Let's
26-18.
Okay.
As you can see, referee Ashton comes to the sideline.
red.
Yeah,
he's
he's...
have 14 on the field.
Okay.
And I don't know if he's coming on with a green shirt, it's time to come on more water bottle.
Okay.
Just to make it out like he's not.
Okay. Yeah. You're good. You're good. If you,
Hey guys, listen up.
Get on.
That video, it's gonna vibrate if everybody stands here, so we need that's all right though. I want everybody to see you guys' tries when you score. So just try not to get past this point, okay? Thanks, gentlemen. I appreciate it, man. Hey, is that okay?
You can see comes onto the field here for the San Francisco side. He was in the green shirt. Aquila Uliselli. USARL had him as one of the players to watch in today's contest.
You see inside?
It's still going here on the sideline.
That's what I'm saying. You wanted our
Hey, you guys said count. Good job. Good job.
Both of you, leave it.
Come on, man.
No coming past here, Posse.
Let's go, boys!
What you got to do with me?
Go do your
Yeah.
Oh, excellent kickoff. Oh, that might have been passed.
Big kickoff there by LA.
That might have been out. And that's going to go back to the midway line.
You can see Coach Cooney here,
we're
very
looking at
excited. He's going to say that's bounced.
Can't say nothing no more. We'll get in trouble.
Hey, referee, they know you don't know.
I think you'll find that did bounce down there, Chad. Isn't it getting extremely heated? And that's what happens when you have these close contests like we do down in Bakersfield, California.
Hey, boys! Let's play!
24-18. Did he add the extras, Chad?
He did. That was the first time in a while that he scored on the
That should make
conversion
it
today.
26-18.
It is currently 26-18. We're in the 19th minute so far in the game.
Sumo with the dropout, quite high there. It's going to be hard to take as Afi gets the ball. Oof, massive contact there. And then driven back. Great leg drive. He's buckled under. It's going to be a Los Angeles penalty there.
Hey guys, I got to put this here because this whole thing's not going to be produced. So if you guys could just stay back there, it's all shaky and we're not going to be able to watch it later.
Go back
on.
this side.
You guys, if you win.
I don't want to break up any more fights.
Just go back behind there because this whole thing gets shaky. Hold on.
Los Angeles with the ball here. Chad Cooper. Ball's gone a little bit too far there.
Can you go back behind there, dude? For me, please?
Ball's gone a little bit too far there for the kick for touch from the Los Angeles side, Chad. What a let off there. So what happened in that play was we had a penalty there for some high contact by the San Francisco side. Los Angeles have gone to kick for touch. Ball goes too far, so San Francisco get the ball again. Massive let off there. But you can feel it down here. There's so much feeling in this contest.
We talk about unforced errors, and I feel like the Mongrels at this point are really kind of got to kick themselves in the ass when they look at this tape.
Sumo goes with the drop kick there. He's come from... Austin's got the ball and he's wrestled back in strong contact there on halfway. You can definitely feel that one from the sideline. Los Angeles with the ball. Strong contact by Aquila on Moosh. He's trying to get to his feet there. Appealing for a penalty, and referee Ashton doesn't give it as he comes down the short
Susu
side.
with the ball.
Knock on there by Canelo, unfortunately. You hear the savage on the sideline here. You've got a commentary team in itself. Bit of a let off there. There's been some really big collisions in the last 5 minutes.
On a scale of 0 to 100 on intensity, I think we're at about a 120 right now.
You can see the Los Angeles side. We're in front of the referee there, but Ashton's going to let it go.
Bumps him off.
Bumps off one there, and then you can see there's a lot of feeling in that now.
That would definitely be 6 again in any other country, but Austin gets away with it.
Referee lets that go, that's fine. It was a little bit slow, but that's okay. You're going to be looking for a quicker play of the ball this time. Vito with the footwork there, runs into a shoulder of Moosh. Wrestled to the ground on the third tackle
We're
here.
almost at the 30-meter line right now.
This has been a really frantic exchange for the last 20 minutes.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Little dart out of dummy half there on the fourth tackle. We got plenty of numbers out here to the... Ball's come free there. He's going to say play on. Los Angeles ball, play on.
Keep in mind it is 6:25 and it is still 101 degrees Fahrenheit right now.
LA with a
quick
darting
ball
run
to the wing.
Oh,
Jesus.
massive contact by Aquila Uwaselli. Wow, that was bone crunching. And he's done that right in front of the San Francisco side.
I think he went on the Maury Povich show and he said, "I am your father."
And that's the inspirational leader we see with
But I'll give you what, Austin got right back up and like it was nothing, man.
He is one tough
Cookie.
Oh, yeah.
Or biscuit, like they say in the UK.
I got to take my hat off to Austin. I'm sure that if that was any one of us, we would be. I'd be checking myself into hospital for a few
That
weeks.
hit right there amped up both of the sidelines. If I can explain what's going on, we're getting a lot of chattering going on by both teams right now.
Yeah, there's a lot happening down here, Chad. As San Francisco come to the left-hand side, the atmosphere in itself is what's making this so exciting. And it means so much to both of them.
We got Eliwana, number 24 for the Savages, walked on.
Scotty Mitchell comes off for the LA side. Big leader here of the San Francisco Savage side. Taken on probably the second tackle there. Referee Ashton telling him to move. Great work by Scotty Mitchell, who's just making his way to the bench for the Los Angeles side. Aquila Uwaselli, who just put on that massive shot, is now running with the ball. You see Miles Chris throw his boot to the sideline. Probably not ideal, but Manatau is going to do the talking with the ball and goes over and scores a try. Bringing the scores down here today to 30-18. Kick to come. Chad, this is end-to-end stuff. I couldn't sleep last night thinking about this game. I woke up at 4 a.m. I made my way to Bakersfield.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to sleep tonight thinking about the game I've seen.
It's been incredible. It means so much to both of them. It means wow. I've got to say that came off the back of some really strong defense there from the San Francisco side.
We got about 15 minutes left in this game. If something doesn't change, it's going to be a good trip back to the Bay Area for these lads.
Yeah, still plenty of time. You know, I think earlier on in the game we thought it was over sooner than it was, and then you can't write off the Los Angeles side. If you think back to round one, like we spoke about earlier, where they were down to the Sacramento Immortals, made their way back and got a 2-point win with 5 minutes to go. So,
can you give us an idea of what's...
Vita Falamahina steps up and kicks, adds the extras, replacing Sumo. Sumo hasn't had too much luck with the boot, but Vita might be in with a job next week. Confirming with Hojun here, it's 32-18.
32-18.
Seth Cooney's back here on halfway.
Can you give us an idea of what the ramifications are if the Mongrels lose this game? It would be 3-1 for the Mongrels, and
the Mongrels would finish their season at 2-1.
Okay.
Based on the fact that the game against San Diego in Pasadena, California, is excluded from the results.
Okay.
So that will leave these guys at 2-1. So they will be relying on the East Palo Alto and the Young Tigers. The Young Tigers can still go 2-1, and so can the East Palo Alto Razorbacks. So those are the two sides that it comes down to. The implications are very complex, but both teams need to be winning this game. That's fair to say. As San Francisco have the ball here on their own 10-meter line. Sun's sort of setting down here in Bakersfield, California. Temperature might be coming down a little bit. Chad, how are you reading it?
I'm reading that this right now seems a bit more like a Savage.
Yeah, Manatau to Daniel Vetti. Daniel Vetti shrugs away from about 4 tackles. Pretty incredible work from him there. You can hear some taking a little bit of dislike to that from the sideline as Savage dart through the middle. It's a strong contact there. He's trying to get up. Not having any luck. Manatau plays to the inside.
It was David Vitti with the dummy half.
Massive collision there, Chad. You can see that the San Francisco side have lined out to the left
is
here.
the dummy half right now. Quickly gets the ball out.
Comes wide here. Vita's got a bit of time. Gives it to Viliami Sokai. There's space out there if they can use it. They're all running onto it here, the San Francisco side. He's in some space. He's going to be looking to add the points here. Scores that one, and that's going to be bringing the scores down here to 36-18 to the San Francisco side.
The San Francisco Savage have really just monopolized the wings on this game.
It's gone from a 2-point contest to just blowing out like that.
We have about 13 minutes left in this game, and unless something drastic happens, this is going to be a San Francisco win.
I'm never too quick to speak in these games, Chad. You can't discount the Mongrel side. They've been sensational. They continue to fight in defense the whole time. You got to give them credit to that. Coach Cooney's really got these guys humming in defense. 13. As both teams signaling to the sideline. We don't have a clock down here, unfortunately, or a scoreboard, but a lot of tired individuals looking for that full-time hooter to sound.
You know, we talk about derbies in rugby league. We talk about Super League. We look at St. Helens against Wigan. We look at the whole derby. This to me is the San Francisco versus LA.
As Vita goes for the drop kick and sprays it to the left.
It's like a St. Helens Wigan derby for me. Sacramento Immortals versus the Young Tigers, that's like a whole derby. You love both derbies.
Yeah, I look at it very different, Chad. This is like the biggest sporting markets in the world, head to head. Why would I compare it to the north of England?
Well, I think we have better. What we're going to do in this league and these teams is going to be amazing. It's going to be the best.
I couldn't agree more.
But we
Chad.
also look at like what other leagues look like as well.
Did you see
we would love to see other leagues that watch Super League to watch our league to get
Absolutely.
into us. Somebody from a St. Helens, somebody from a Wakefield. They choose one of our teams, whether it's the Dead Pelicans, whether it's the Barracudas, whoever it is. Support California Rugby League.
As a rugby league fan, Seth Cooney here with the restart, looking to play short. That's very good tactical kick. He's been great with the boot. So what's happened there is the Los Angeles side are going to get the ball back. Because the ball has gone into touch, being the sideline, when no one has touched it, not on the full, the Los Angeles side get the ball back. Great work by Seth Cooney. He's been exceptional for this Los Angeles side. We've got about 12 to 13 minutes left in this game down here in Bakersfield, California.
About 10 minutes left.
About 10 minutes. We're still sitting above 100 degrees, 32 to 18, and Jason Jackson, the inspirational forward, is back on. Great contact there. You can hear the Tongan screams from the sideline. It's great as young Susu seems to find some space. He's going to call that a shepherd. Oh no, that's Dan corrected there. Say Los Angeles ball as Sean Pelasuma takes Joe in a really good tackle there, really low. Big man on small man. Los Angeles with the ball here about a meter out from the try line. It's going to be a penalty there. He's going to call it. He's pushed him.
We're about the 10th minute right now. It's 36 to 18. San Francisco Savage versus the LA Mongrel.
Big Joe with the ball here. Taps it to Jason. He's going to be hard to stop that close. A lot of power from Jason, but he's taken pretty comfortably by about 4 of them. Good teamwork there by the Savage side. You can see the LA team spread out to the right, but Big Joe's got other ideas. He thinks he can do it himself. Referee Ashton's in there looking for a try. He's saying he's held up.
He's held up.
LA are going to have to play the ball here. We're at about the second tackle, 10 minutes to go in the game, if that.
We're meters away from the try line.
Jason Jackson looks to dive over.
Oh. Stellar defense by San Francisco
Wow, and you can hear those San Francisco fans. Coach Cooney's in there. He's demanding that his boys go wide and gets it to the leader, Omar. Wow, this crowd is just really lighting up here, Chad. Unfortunate knock on there by Omar Ali.
I'd like to give a shout out right now to Brian Lowe. He likes to say the Mongrel have been steadily improving since their very first game in 2019, and now could be the team to beat in California Rugby League.
San Francisco with the ball out of their own area. We're in the very last moments of this game, you know, Chad. Not much to go into to San Francisco have the ball in their own territory. Good defense by Suso. You mentioned it earlier in the first half that he's been everywhere, and he continues to be very impressive as Vita Falamahina plays it on the inside there.
Omar Ali right now, the captain. He's going to give his life for this team on the pitch until the end. He will not quit.
Yeah, he's been very exceptional as Vita Falamahina gets into some space, plays it back. Miles Chris knocks it back. Picked up by the Savage. He's going to say it's a knock on. It's going to be Los Angeles ball on about halfway.
Joe, right here.
Quick tap.
Howard with the ball here, with the step in the
That
air.
was amazing.
Finds
He's
it.
one of the quickest players, if not the quickest player in this California Rugby League.
Yeah,
let alone the
absolutely.
Mongrels.
Gets a quick 10 meters there and then is driven back.
I think Joe may have a claim to that.
Good job, boys.
You can see 3 Savage players coming off here for a spell. Good effort by all of them. Balls come loose there.
Hey guys, remember,
Hey,
it's not going to be produced. Just if you can stay behind there, it's not going to. It shakes. Well, that's the camera. He's
San
that guy
Francisco
right there
with
is
the ball
filming
here.
it. That's the camera.
Good contact
yeah, but that
there by the
shakes
Los
if you guys
Angeles
stand
side.
right here. Yeah. Oh yeah, I probably should explain that. Yeah.
Here goes San Francisco with the ball here. Vanilla through the middle. Oof, finds a much smaller man in Omar Ali, but he's, as always, very strong in defense. You can see some of the Los Angeles players making their way to the sideline. There's a lot of wounded warriors out here, Chad. Good attack here from the San Francisco side, coming wide. A little bit of space up the middle here.
That's Eluana
Just a
that
fullback
came
to
off the
beat.
pitch, exhausted.
Great work by the fullback, brings him down there. Good work by Howard. You see the LA players making their way back. Quick play the ball here for the San Francisco side, and it's fumbled forward. What a let off in pressure there. We must be coming down to the back end of this game, Chad. as we sit at
36-18. 6 minutes left in the game.
32-18. Oh, 36-18, is that the score?
36-18.
Miles Chris here with a strong run, trying to get out of his own territory.
6 left.
See, LA with the ball here is Big Elijah finds some pretty
Elijah
strong
with about a
defense
3-minute
there,
run.
sorry. Really driving the legs. Really down to the business end of this game as referee Ashton's going to call a penalty there, Chad. Elijah with the quick tap to the dismay of the coach, Cooney. You can hear him barking orders.
FC gives
Pun
Yorkshire
intended.
for you might have made a wrong decision.
Here's a second penalty here. I just said
I am
barking
fluid
orders.
in Yorkshire's.
Can we acknowledge the pun intended? Barking orders, the Mongrel coach. Anyway, forgive me. Elijah with the ball here again. Quick tap again, just before halfway, and he's lined up pretty comfortably there and driven by 2 Savage players.
That's Lee Foster in the tackle, number 17 for the Savage.
Wow, the Savage is still really hungry
Along
in
with
defense.
Israel Tonga in that tackle.
Ball knocked on there, perhaps by Emiliano Nash, and it's going to be led to play by the San Francisco side here. Final moments in the game here. They definitely will be looking for another try as Viliami Solkai chips over the top. Doesn't get the bounce? Referee Ashton's going to say play on. No, he's not. He's blown his whistle. So it's a knock on there by Alex, and it's going to be a San Francisco ball. Manatau has the ball here, about 20 meters out from the try line. Not long in the contest left.
At this point, Savage just have to play it safe, be conservative. No mistakes.
With the 18-point lead, not too long on the clock. I think with the momentum of the game, they could be safe. As we come to the right-hand side, good contact there by the Los Angeles player in the 18 jersey there. New face for the Los Angeles side there, Chad, as San Francisco come around to the right-hand side, driving footwork there. Referee Ashton's called third tackle. Ball comes out of dummy half here. Plays through the middle there. Great tackle there by the Fijian. Great work to Alfie. Out of dummy half here. Looks to score.
And he scored the try.
You have to say it's a ball game as we bring up the 4-0-18 to the San Francisco side.
40-18 the Savage.
Wow, what a game.
I'd like to give a shout out to Brian Lowe. Brian Lowe has been here with California. Well, he's been with just rugby league in this country He's one of the stalwarts. He's one of the people that has really exposed this sport for how great it is, and it's great to see him. He says, the Mongrel have been steadily improving since their very first game in 2019, and now could be the team to beat in California Rugby League. It's pleasing to see Rugby League gaining a foothold in California, and I wish all the teams in the league the best as they strive to qualify for the World Championship next month.
Thank you, Brian.
I should have
Lowe.
probably read that before the game.
No, I think it's fantastic. Brian has been one of the most loyal journalists who's been covering California Rugby League, being a California-based man himself, born and raised in Brisbane. He's been sensational to have writing about our league.
I was saying in terms of giving the Mongrels a little bit of a pep in this game. Maybe that would have helped.
Oh, yeah, of course.
We got
I'm
Sumo
sure
with the conversion.
he's giving Vitor Falamahina is giving the boot back to Sumo here.
God, I'm sorry.
No, this is Sumo. He's getting although he's won from about 5 today, he's getting the boot back. Hopefully he can ice this one.
You guys got this. Keep it up.
42 to 18, Chad.
I'd like to give a shout out to Ben Briscoe. Ben Briscoe is a buddy of mine. He's a union guy, but he's also starting to get into the league a little bit. He says, cheers to the LA Mongrel Rugby League. Glad you're playing some real sports out here now. The more you sweat in training, the less you bleed in battle. Let's go for a cricket score again today, Mongrels.
Give him some water. As Elijah makes his way to the sideline. Looks like he's in quite a bit of pain there. If we could perhaps get him some ice. It's really starting to wind down here in Pasadena, California. We're very much in the last sort of 5 minutes of their contest. Can't be too much longer on the clock, can there, Chad?
Yeah, we got about a minute left in the game.
See, Seth Cooney has the ball here. Real momentum swing in the game was when Quilly Uwaselli came on and just put those 2 quick tries on. Well, the big hit that led to that exceptional work. It's been a hell of a game. We've had the fight at the beginning, which was, it was fun to watch as always in California Rugby League. Chad, we're going to have those moments.
Yeah, we have newcomers too, I could see. We have number 16, Harold Kalabala, number 16. And we also have number 6, Christoph Usher.
Big kick here by Seth Cooney, fielded by Sumo. Savage player, just dominant run there, pumping the legs. Referee Ashton goes to the sideline there and signifies full time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us down here in beautiful Bakersfield, California for what has been an excellent contest. Final scores, I believe we had 42 to 18. Sumo kicked that last one.
Yes, absolutely. We have the first in this year. We have the first loss by the Mongrels, 3-1.
2-1 in competition standing
and 2-1
points.
in competitions. I always forget about that.
Which leaves it up to the results of the Razorbacks versus the Young Tigers and the Savage versus the Razorbacks.
Yes.
So they're going to be looking for the Savage side to get knocked off by the Razorbacks to then to come back to 4 and against. It's going to be a very complex championship picture as we get into the end. Obviously the season changed because of COVID and whatnot, but it's probably going to enhance the contest and the excitement of it. So well done to everyone down here today.
Let's talk about what we're seeing right now. We're seeing these lads that went at it full tilt the whole game, and now everybody's shaking hands. That's the beauty of this game, isn't it?
It's wonderful. You see, like, if you can make your way over here, you see Pussy and Adi Cooney.
You guys can sleep on the way home.
Official scores we have down here for California Rugby League are 18 to the Mongrel and 42 to the Savage. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us down here in beautiful, warm, sunny Bakersfield, California. Chad, it's been a pleasure.
Tom, it's been a pleasure.
We'll see you next time in California Rugby League.
California Rugby League.